All right, we have the IOCCC surprise.
This is not surprise as in someone knighted. This is not Big Sur. It is the surprise. But let's see who is surprised in winning the surprise.
The IOCCC surprise is by Vince Weaver from the United States.
Well done, Vince. Vince won the contest back in 2005 and returns with a very surprising piece of code. I will mention that we were surprised by it because we look at this code, we analyze the source and look at what it does and make sure it doesn't do anything that it would be that would be obnoxious, and so you have to look at analyzing. So our analysis said, okay, it does something, but let's look at how you compile it. Pretty straightforward. It does use the math library, but otherwise a pretty straightforward piece of code. This is the code. Now you've got this constant up here and this sort of block. There's a little fork thing going on here, which is kind of interesting. We're writing something, so you got to get a main and a child process actively involved in stuff. Playing format-wise, you'll see that it's got these constants. Actually, there are several arrays of constants going on, and the main loop down here has stuff where it forks and does some things in the child, and the other. So this is handling the child. So the child and the parent are running this code down here. One's reading, doing one stuff. One's outputting some other stuff. It's not quite clear as to what's happening. There's a little bit of sleep going on there. And so we're saying, okay, it's got some kind of forked dual mode going on here. This looks like a little bit of going on of maybe some ASCII character graphics going on, but there's other stuff that doesn't seem to. It's got this array and it's got this other set here of interesting algorithm going on in initialization. So we're sort of saying, okay, it does a fork. I don't think it's a fork bomb because this piece of code ends up in sort of an infinite, this little do nothing for loop. And this other for loop here for the parent. So child and parent, what's going on? What could possibly go? What could possibly do? And I'm guessing the chat doesn't know either.
Somebody guessed a fork, yeah, but no, I said it wasn't a little bit of
clue there. There's this raw file here or aplay, depending upon if you have user bin aplay or raw. That's another little clue going on. Well, we said, okay, let's run it and see what happens. You try, you run an next term, and
rickrolled.
I had to install anti-rickroll measures in this to make sure that it didn't just continue to play forever.
Yes. So this is actually basically a rough port of what was on the Atari 2600 version of this program, including the 8-bit music and the graphic, and it's a classic thing. For those that may not know, it's a meme where you would do something, all of a sudden you'd get rickrolled because you'd have the music and so forth, this earworm sticking in you, and we have to say we were rickrolled as well. So well done, Vince. You definitely rickrolled us. We had an idea about it doing something with the with a sound file and some graphics output, but now you know. You too have been rickrolled. Your idea is to go and look at the source code and figure out, how does it rickroll you? Thanks for watching. And before you go, please like and subscribe and check out the social media links in the description below. And if you like, you can support us on Patreon to help us bring you new content so you may enjoy our favorite universe even more.